And now 12 rounds of boxing. This is in the light heavyweight division. Okwam Blue in the blue corner, wearing black, official weight 174 pounds 4 ounces. His professional record, 27 victories, 15 by knockout with only 2 defeats. Originally from Romania, now living, training, and fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The WBC number 5 ranked contender in the world, former WBC interim light heavyweight world champion, Adrian, the short Diaconu. In the red corner, wearing crown gold, officially weighing in at 173 pounds, 10 ounces. His professional record in 30 fights, 29 victories, including 17 knockouts, only 1 defeat. From New Haven, Connecticut, USA, the number 1 ranked WBC contender in the world and former WBC IBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Dawson.
Obey my commands, protect yourselves always, men. I want you to touch gloves now. You're boxing at the bell. God bless both of you.
Okay, so the styles would indicate a good fight forthcoming with Dawson, a substantial edge, enough to make this exciting. And Diaconu, who likes to come straight forward. Yeah, Dawson's had 2 wins over Glenn Johnson, 2 over Antonio Tarver. He beat Tomasz Adamek.
Got some quality fights, and as you see right off the bat, Dawson is a southpaw. This is a boxer versus the puncher fight.
Dawson needs to get started much faster than he did against Pascal last year. He was in a funk for the first part of that fight, dug a huge hole, and then almost dug all the way out of it.
Those rounds you just can't give away early. You never get them back. So you want to set the tone early. You want to establish a jab. Big height and reach advantage for Dawson.
Left hand by Dawson, just missed getting it.
Hey guys, watch your head.
Diaconu trying to score with a right hand counter, and the warning about the heads. We sure don't need to see that again. For Dawson, that was disastrous in his last fight.
Right eye was all torn up in a headbutt collision with Pascal. Now he's got all the boxing tools to Chad Dawson. He's just got to use it. He's got to pick up the pace.
We talked about the addition of Emmanuel Stewart. He needs somebody to light that fire.
Yeah. You have all the talent in the world, but if you don't use it, you just become an average fighter.
Jab by Diaconu, left hand by Dawson, right hook by Dawson.
Frank, no punches. Step back. No punches. Step back.
Diaconu, not very polished, but very dangerous.
Diaconu coming up short with the right hand. And you can see, based on the wingspan of these guys, how Dawson can keep Diaconu on the outside, keep on the end of his jab all night.
If he decides to throw it, he should be snapping it out there instead of pawing. And when he's pawing, I think he's trying to set up the straight left right down the middle. Diaconu needs to get a little closer. He's a little too far outside.
They have to bob and weave a little, duck up and under, does Diaconu.
Keep those hands up.
Dawson gets a left hand home. So Dawson, Diaconu just underway And round number 1 heads into the books. So here we are in round 2. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2. Dave Bontempo and Tony Page with you from the Bell Center in Montreal, Canada.
It's a very, very important fight for both of these guys, Dave. Dawson won to try and shed the image of not being an exciting fighter and getting a title shot. He'd love to fight Pascal or Hopkins. And Diaconu wants the same thing. They both want to be champions again.
And when you have the visibility and you're fighting on the same card, that raises the stakes. Of course, Pascal and Hopkins is next. You've got Lucien Boutte waiting in the wings. If either guy can come down, 168, there's a good money fight there. In this division, Jorgen Bramer, Nathan Cleverly, Pascal, Hopkins are the big names. And in fight news, Dawson is number 4, Diaconu number 13. But it's not always you get a matchup where guys are in the top 15 in just about everything.
Well, Dawson's starting to find the range. But he's got to be careful, but Diaconu is still dangerous. Awkward but dangerous.
Now you see the lowly held jab hand of Dawson trying to set a trap for Diaconu. And there's a right hook slamming home from Dawson.
That's what he should keep doing, because you don't see any return from Diaconu right now. Dawson lands a couple and Diaconu doesn't respond.
Body shot here from Dawson. Good left hand. Keep him honest. Doesn't want Diaconu just coming forward unless for Dawson he is setting a trap.
I can see Dawson go to the body also. He's doing good 1-2s to the head. Drop one downstairs and see what happens.
In this round, Dawson has outlanded Diaconu 19-3. The 3's a very impressive number for him, being that you've got a 3-minute fight here. The punch a minute got in, and there's a big shot by Dawson.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to see him pick up the pace.
That's a definitive shot by Dawson.
He's starting to find the target.
You're on. You're starting to touch it. You're slowly slowing down. Good round. You want that one down, okay? All right. You got to think
I think he goes right back to it.
I would think so.
You're playing up hook as you throw it. Every time you throw the left hand, you're coming back with the hook.
Manuel Stewart's talking
As
about.
it slows down, you're going to start hitting it more and more, but you're starting to find it with the left hand slowly now.
Okay, you see Dawson on the right. Left bang. Caught him right on the shoulder and backed him up. That's the power of Dawson right there. Good, interesting observation from Diaconu's corner, saying that Dawson's in his rhythm. So you got to break it up right now.
All right, so how much did Chad Dawson hurt Adrian Diaconu in that last round? We'll get a clue here. Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Diaconu 27-2 with 15 knockouts. Dawson with a good, straight, hard left hand. The upper body.
Dawson must be doing something right, because the crowd's not making any noise just yet. You let Diaconu land a couple of shots, the crowd's going to wake up.
If ever silence is golden, it's the truth. Tonight is it. This is a big Diaconu crowd, and we hear murmurs.
Yeah. I like Dawson's right jab. touch him. You can just reach out and touch Diaconu with a little welt under the left eye of Diaconu. Let me see that again.
Don't push him, Chad.
Get Dawson keeping the jab hand in the face of Diaconu. And then when Diaconu gets impatient, he lunges at Dawson. He can be nailed.
And notice that at the end of the last round, Dave, in this round, Dawson seemed to be picking up the pace. A little more aggressive, that Kronk aggressiveness which Manny Stewart talks or preaches or teaches.
And this is a great matchup stylistically for Dawson as well.
Yeah.
A smaller guy who comes straight at him.
Dawson 6'2", Diaconu 5'9". Dawson 4-inch reach advantage.
And Dawson, because of his quickness and how Diaconu is coming straight to him, can land a double jab to the head, and then the third shot can be a punishing shot to the body.
Nice shot. I want to see the body shot by Dawson. I know Kronk guys tend to go upstairs, but always drop one down to the body just to see if he's in shape. See if you can touch him with it.
Dawson does have a good body shot for left-handed. A lot of power, the tall frame, and a lot of power being generated through his hips.
I assume the winner of this fight will be in the press conference with the winner of the main event causing trouble. That's another thing by having on the same card.
Guaranteed.
Dawson is showing good hand speed, good accuracy, and good footwork. Look at that, good defense too. Made Diaconu miss about 3 or 4 shots.
So some good stylistic points here for Dawson as well as his power in round 3. So as we get ready for round 4, it's a tall task for Adrian Diaconu of Montreal via Romania. 27-2, 15 knockouts. Chad Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Off to a blazing start so far here at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Tony Page. Glad you're with us as we get a chance to see Dawson come back up north. Try for a little redemption after losing to Pascal here last year.
Dawson landed a short little left hand right down the middle. Diaconu guard is starting to come a little wider, but leaving his shots right down the middle open.
Left hand by Dawson. And you do get the sense that he's happy it's not a Pascal in there with him now, a guy that's as tall as he is.
Right.
This is a guy, a small fighter coming to him, and it's been an ideal matchup for Dawson, and he's taken advantage.
Now this is where Diaconu, this is where he has to make a fight out of it, but you see Dawson, he's opening up now.
Good right hand there to the body by Dawson. That had a thud effect. And there's a good right hand by Diaconu as Dawson had to pay to get in.
Yeah.
And now Diaconu with a rally. Well, he threw the dice and got 7 that time.
Trying to let it ride right now. Pick up the pace again, but see Dawson's making the adjustment right here.
Double jab here by Dawson, and that's the beauty, the intangible edge of the long reach and the jab for Dawson. He can just use it to reset things after he's, gone awry a little bit.
Nice little sneaky uppercut by Dawson. If he can keep Diaconu on the end of his jab, nice little left by Diaconu right on the jaw of Dawson. If he can just keep that jab going, you'll keep Diaconu away from you and you'll establish a distance and you can do damage with your other punches. You let Diaconu close the gap, he can get inside your jab. Should be working Dawson's body, which he is not doing. Big tall guy like that, you want to chop him down.
Well, Diaconu is showing in round 4 he is willing, in this round at least, to pay the price necessary for a shot at Dawson. He's gotten inside a number of times, and done some good things. But how about the overall round? Maybe a different story.
I think Diaconu might have won this round.
It was a good one for him.
But he won that round, though. I know. He won that round. Okay, let me take you guys to two things. If you want to go inside, go on.
Good job. That's the see. The chest. The chest. The chest. All right? Speed and chest. Good job.
Now you're getting some attention.
Did you see the left? Did you see the left hand? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now, again, we got two things to do.
And you see Dawson take a good shot. 1-2 from Diaconu. Dawson misses with the jab. Nice counter left hook by Diaconu, and he makes Dawson miss again. So good round, and even Emmanuel Stewart said he won that round.
Good work on the inside by Diaconu. First he got to the inside, and then he fought well on the inside. After here we go in round 5. Chad Dawson, Adrian Diaconu, and now let's see what adjustment Chad Dawson has to Emmanuel Stewart saying he won the last round.
There you see Dawson pick up the pace right after the bat, trying to get the round back that he lost. Nice shot by Dawson.
Jab and a left hand by Dawson as his stand hit Diaconu. Diaconu having some success trading with Dawson.
And Dawson's obliging to staying right in front of him, to take a step back. As you talked about resetting, reestablish your distance so you get the length narrowed down so you can throw your punches and do some damage instead of just being smothered and can't do anything. See right there, he's got the distance. Now the jab should be coming.
Diaconu trying to jab and then weave his way into trading position with Dawson. Left hook gets in by Diaconu.
Chad has to be busier if he's trying to win this round and win the fight. He's got to be much busier. He's letting Diaconu start to get his rhythm going.
From in tight. Dawson can hit him with the uppercut, double jab him. But if he doesn't do those things, Diaconu will catch him.
I think Dawson's a little too close, just a half step back.
Body shot here from Diaconu. Jab and a straight left here by Dawson.
Diaconu's winning this round because he's more busier. He's laying the punches. Dawson came out early throwing a flurry, but then that was about it.
Left hand there by Dawson, but yeah, Diaconu has had his share of success inside in this round.
Not enough offense in charge that.
So 2 good rounds in a row for Diaconu, but he walks into something at the end of the second one. Let's see if that affects his scoring in that round.
Wow, I'm still going to give it to Diaconu.
Listen for the bell, Chad.
Almost changed it there.
Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu. First 3 rounds, very good ones for Dawson. Diaconu battling back in 4 and 5.
Diaconu's reaching him now with punches.
Dawson using his reach there, lands with the left hand.
Stop.
Now Diaconu tried to get inside in a different method there. Uppercut by Dawson. See what happens when he keeps Diaconu from getting in. That's a big battle there.
He's got that. You talk about the range. He's got the height. He's got the reach. He's not. We always talk about it. He's got to use it. He's not using it enough.
In this case, in the trenches, Dawson able to keep Diaconu away in that last exchange, and he caught him in. Caught him on the inside. Diaconu, he can't slip that jab. You saw him try to reach over, and then he was cautioned for holding. Right hook by Dawson.
Showing off the speed, just a little short on the accuracy.
Jab from Diaconu, loads up.
Looking at those stars on the back of Dawson on his back, you're going to show some offense, so you're going to start taking those stars away.
Well, he came out in the first 3 rounds trying to be different than he was against Pascal last year. And then Diaconu has gotten the initiative on him in the last 3 rounds. Good right hand there by Diaconu.
Well, he's pressing the action right now. Chad's starting to fall back into that old style of his, which was, I won't say it's like watching paint dry. It's more like watching butter melt. Still takes a long time.
There's a right hand at the body by Dawson. Good hustle at the end of the round for Diaconu. Lucien Boutte, the big power broker in Canada, king of 168 pounds, and he'll be fighting somebody on this card at some point. They would love to make Pascal and Boutte. That would break all the records in Canada, even the ones they're going to set tonight.
He's punching and you're not punching.
You know what? I got Diaconu up 58-56. He just seems he's out hustling him now, and nothing spectacular, but he's piling up the punches.
Well, and it's a difficult way to win because you have to be essentially a counterpuncher to get inside of Dawson. But then Dawson backed off in the last couple rounds. And we see some aggression from Dawson right after Manny lights into him a little bit. And we saw it in another round where he said he won the round, and Dawson came out early in round 5. You just don't see a change in his demeanor as he lands a big left hand here. You want to see the angry Dawson.
Yeah, like that. The straight left was perfect.
On your feet, guys.
Right hand from Diaconu.
Okay, box.
Took a little bit on the canvas.
Yeah, Dawson, last couple rounds, Tony, jabbing and then retreating to a far distance before he sets up shop again. Like he's resetting, but going way back.
Too far, yeah. And with that height and reach advantage, it's a nice chopping right.
There's a right hook after the good hard straight left hand, and another one here.
Watch the backhand, Jack.
Gave it a squared up look for a second.
Chad's starting to remind me of some amateur fighters who don't have the power and know it, so they don't take chances. They just jab and occasional shot here and there. But he should be letting his hands go.
Yeah, we see bursts where he's willing to gamble. And then others where he retreats.
Now he's getting beat to the punch now.
In the rounds he's dropping, if he is, to Diaconu coming at the end. Last 40 seconds.
And now he's got the crowd behind him again.
Right hand from Diaconu. You're seeing Dawson get hit with shots he shouldn't be getting hit with.
I can see Dawson getting caught with an overhand right and going down because he's lazy right now. I expected so much out of him, and I'm not seeing anything right now. And then he's dropping his hands.
Yeah, and you know the beginning was promising for him, but Diaconu has survived that and come at him. There's an uppercut by Dawson, but even with all that, he landed some big shots in this round. Interesting to see how it'll be scored. All right, so we're going to get ready for round 8 here. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2, 15 knockouts. The theme in recent rounds is Dawson coming out strong and Diaconu finishing strong.
It's a feeling that Dawson doesn't feel the urgency, what's at stake.
No, and that might be something they'll never instill in him.
Yeah.
That's the situation he's running into now.
Diaconu continues to press the action.
Diaconu with his jab, getting in. Dawson lining him up. Can he pull the trigger here?
He has opportunity. He just has to press it. He's not. He fights. There's a, I was going to say, in spurts. There's one right there.
Now Diaconu is answering whenever Dawson opens up a little bit. Body shot for Diaconu. Uppercut by Dawson, but he backed off after he threw it.
The crowd is just waiting for Diaconu to do something so they can start cheering.
Double jab here from Dawson. Just a show-me jab, though. Even the power shots now from Dawson, not having everything on them.
No, now the crowd's getting restless.
Dawson trying to open up here as a righty, then goes back. Left hand from Dawson. Back comes Diaconu. There's still one at a time for each guy.
Diaconu is pressing the action. He's trying to throw punches, coming forward.
Right! No punches. Step back. Let him go. Step back. No punches. Step back, Chad.
So Dawson and Diaconu, end of round 8. Diaconu trying to out-hustle Dawson.
I think he's doing it.
Help! Help!
That was the rhythm of a good, quick punch. Now you came back to the old rhythm. Slow, slow.
Until you catch something, then go back to touch him again, okay? Keep him backing up. He's not going to catch you with it when you're punching. If he's not that kind, he's going to get you when he runs in punching. Come on. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's get. You got to get there.
What you're hearing from Emmanuel Stewart is not the frustration of the big punches not getting in, but the little stuff not being done to precede it. We start round 9. Chad Dawson, 29-1, 17 knockouts. Adrian Diaconu, 27-2, 15 knockouts.
I like the fact that Dawson's picking up the pace, but we've seen this before. It's a nice flurry for the first 30, 45 seconds, and then what happens? Can he keep it up for an entire round?
Then at times, it seems that he's too nice of a guy. He doesn't have that anger in him to step it up another level. Good left hand there by Dawson. Because he has the kind of reach that the trainers and cornermen salivate for.
Right.
All I have to do is get this guy to be throwing his double jab, using the angles, and he can sit down in his punches. And Manny Stewart sees flashes of it, but not all of it.
You think I know he hears Manny, but is he listening?
It's a good question. There seems to be an urgency problem that we've seen in Chad Dawson the last two fights.
Yeah.
He came on late against Pascal. He found it then, but not throughout much of the fight. Here he had it early, and then in spurts after that.
It's funny, when Dawson picks up the pace and starts throwing punches and bunches, they're sloppy punches.
You don't get the hard sit down on your shots, punch on the middle.
At this rate,
left hand
finally,
by Dawson.
I think Dawson got rocked. He's on his, he's shaking, but he got hit. Look at his legs.
Good right hand by Diaconu. Dawson covering up. Diaconu trying to duck up and under. Right hand. He's willing to gamble more in this fight, is Diaconu, and that's why he's getting the results now.
Dawson looks a little tired with his mouth open.
But he just drove Diaconu back with an average left hand, so how tired is Diaconu? Good left hand here by Dawson and a right hook. There's a right hand by Diaconu. Well, in this round, at least the last minute or so, it has looked like the fight we thought we would see.
Hope they can keep it up for a few rounds. They see Dawson coming in behind the back shot by Diaconu, but he kept on punches. A nice right hand. Both guys exchanging right here. But you see, Diaconu is the one coming forward, pressing the action, wild with his punches, but they're landing.
All the highlight shots belong to Diaconu.
Yeah.
So as we start round 10, Emmanuel Stewart told Chad Dawson, you've got to sweep these last 3 rounds. I think he's even got to do something better than that, Tony. Take the judges out of it.
I've got Diaconu ahead by 5 points. And it's not that he's dominating, he's just winning every round. He's just squeaking by.
Now you've got 5, and if you could say you've given Diaconu every benefit of the doubt round, where would you be? Still about like 3?
Something like that, yeah.
So Diaconu out hustling Dawson, who's trying to land the one big one.
Don't push off the break. Don't push off
I don't think it's going to work. I mean, it might have worked if you had done the groundwork earlier in the fight.
The right hand by Diaconu. Speaking of more groundwork.
Diaconu is fighting to try to get a title shot. Dawson is fighting to just fight next week. It's like there's no urgency.
Body shot here by Dawson. No, the idea of you're fighting on the road, you've got to bring a little something more there. You know, the opportunity on the Pascal Hopkins undercard is huge for you. An impressive outing boosts your marquee in front of all these people in the worldwide audience.
And to go into a guy's backyard and beat him, can't put a price tag on that.
And while it looked like it was there for Dawson early, he hasn't been in the same sync. Feet, man. Just misses with the left hand. Left hand by Dawson. Left uppercut. Right hook here by Dawson.
It's almost like I'm trying to give the round to Dawson. It's just making it so difficult.
I see you with the pen right on the spot. I'm gonna. Round 10 coming to a close. A better one.
I gotta give it to Dawson.
For Dawson.
Barely.
At the bell, man.
The right hook.
All right.
You open up on this man, he can't hold you off because he's too damn tired.
Pop it right up to the chin. Wait in your corner for the bell, Chad. Wait in your corner for the bell.
It's amazing when the trainer says the guy's tired. And he's not really in the ring with him.
Can't take your shot.
No.
So here we are in the 11th round, and Emmanuel Stewart has informed Chad Dawson it's the 11th hour as well, as Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu head down the home stretch of their light heavyweight battle. Dawson 29-1, 17 knockouts. Diaconu 27-2, 15 knockouts. We're at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Tony Page.
Feel scrapes on left side of the face of Diaconu.
Double jab here from Dawson. Well, it will be interesting to see how the scoring unfolds later. Emmanuel Stewart in the corner of Chad Dawson, acting like he has not done close to enough, as that's a slip.
Yeah. Most action we've seen in a while.
Let's go. Box.
We get the sense that others at ringside, who are unofficial,
Let him go.
have Dawson in a good spot. Interesting thing, though, for Dawson, as you look at him, the public doesn't really gravitate to stylists that much.
No.
And the only thing they hate worse than a stylist is a left-handed stylist. And there's a guy that looks like he should be getting a lot of knockouts in Chad Dawson.
Should be. But, you know, we talked about lighting a fire under, you know, I don't know, the flint's wet, but he just can't get him going.
Well, if you don't get it from Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and then Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
There's Diaconu trying to get in on Dawson.
At least he's being aggressive. Some judges give points for that. He's throwing punches.
Right hook here by Dawson.
Nice move by Diaconu to get out of the way. He's just throwing punches right now. He's got Dawson right where he wants him, close.
Right hook there by Dawson. Left hand.
Like Dawson digs himself a hole, then he starts to pick it up.
Push him. Go push him. Go push him.
A dangerous way to have a career as we come to the end of round 11.
We need a dramatic knockout right now. We need it. Okay? Come on. You can do it.
Tight. You move that head. You're surprising.
We need a dramatic knockout?
Well, neither corner thinks this guy has won.
Right.
It adds to the intrigue about what the final score will end up being as we start round 12. Chad Dawson and Adrian Diaconu.
I'll say right now, I think if it goes distance, you got a split decision in here somewhere, one way or the other.
Well, just the varied perspectives at ringside. And, you know, what are you looking at? You're looking at Dawson maybe having a volume edge, but not. Yeah, but then if you like Diaconu, it's the pity pats on Dawson, and Diaconu's throwing some hard shots. And Dawson may not get enough credit when he does throw punches hard. People expect more. Well, that being said, a little bit more than 2 minutes left in this one. Dawson has further to fall than Diaconu.
Absolutely. Look at Diaconu caught him with a bunch of jabs.
Right hook and left hand there by Dawson.
Diaconu is very limited offensively, but he keeps coming forward and he keeps throwing punches. Dawson seems to be the much better athlete, and he just doesn't pull the trigger and gets caught.
So if Dawson loses, you would have to give credit to Diaconu for stealing it.
Dawson is getting backed up by some of these shots. Doesn't look good when he backs up now.
Right hand here by Diaconu.
Oh, nice right hand.
Right hand down the middle.
Now he's trying to close the show. He's so busy shaking his head, he ain't realizing Diaconu's coming to win. He ain't looking at you. What you're saying, a nice little uppercut by Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson catches him on the way in, but Dawson waiting for Diaconu, and now he opens it up. Here comes Diaconu back, and they're also slipping in there. Right hand by Dawson. Diaconu back. Right hook by Dawson again. Diaconu the jab and the right hand.
Safe to say he's beating Dawson to the punch right now.
Uppercut by Dawson. Good shot by Dawson here.
Less than 30 to go.
Right hook by Dawson. And they continue to slug it well here to the final bell. So it's over, and those judges will decide this one. Michael Buffer has the cards. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Claude Paquette, 117-111. Benoit Roussel, 118-110. John Woodburn, 116-112. The winner by unanimous decision from Connecticut, USA, Chad Dawson.